Hey everyone! Have you ever been to the beach and just watched those huge waves crash onto the sand? It's so cool, right? Well, believe it or not, some waves are so big they're called super waves. And today we're going to dive in and find out what makes them so incredibly powerful. So, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. What do you think wind and earthquakes have to do with giant waves? It's a great question, and the answer is pretty surprising. Let's figure it out together.
All right, first up, Ocean Waves 101. We're talking fun in the sun. Let's start with the waves we all know and love. You know, that awesome feeling of splashing around at the beach on a warm day?
So most of the waves you see when you're building a sandcastle, they're made by something super simple, the wind. Yep, when the wind blows across the top of the ocean, all its energy makes the water start to dance and move. And that's what creates those beautiful rolling waves. That's right, the ocean is basically always moving. It's just packed with waves of all different shapes and sizes. And the ones made by the wind, they're usually the fun kind, perfect for a great day at the beach.
But what if I told you there's another kind of wave out there? A much, much bigger one. And it's not made by the wind at all. It's time to meet the super wave, called a tsunami.
Okay, take a look at this. On one side, we have a normal, fun beach wave. But on the other side, whoa, now that is a tsunami. You can see right away just how much bigger and more powerful it is.
So here's the number one thing you gotta know. A tsunami is a giant wave, for sure, but wind has nothing to do with it. It's actually started by a massive shake deep down on the ocean floor, an underwater earthquake.
You know what it's like when you drop a little stone into a puddle? You see those little ripples spread out in circles, right? Well, an underwater earthquake does pretty much the same thing, but on a huge scale. It pushes a big part of the ocean floor up, creating a giant ripple that just keeps growing into a super powerful tsunami. Now, this is where the story gets really interesting. Even though tsunamis are these incredibly powerful waves, they can also be really sneaky. It's like they love to play hide and seek out in the ocean. This is going to blow your mind. When a tsunami is way, way out in the deep ocean, it's not some big, scary wall of water. Not at all. It's actually really wide and kind of flat, so you probably wouldn't even notice it's there.
I mean, can you believe this? A huge ship could be sailing out in the ocean, and a whole tsunami could pass right underneath it, and the sailors wouldn't feel a single thing? That's how sneaky they are in deep water.
So, where does it get all that incredible height? The secret is all about getting closer to land. As the ocean gets more shallow near the coast, all of that wave's energy gets squeezed together. It has nowhere else to go but up, and that's when it grows into a super, super tall wave.
Because these waves are so sneaky and so strong, we have some amazing heroes watching out for us. They're scientists who work like ocean detectives, and their job is to track these super waves to help keep us safe. Let's check out their cool tools.
One of their most important gadgets is called a buoy. You can just think of it like a floating science lab that bobs around in the ocean, keeping a careful eye on the water for us.
Our scientist friends put these special buoys all across the oceans of the world. They're like little guards, just floating out there, watching the water day and night, 24/7.
And these things are so smart. They can feel even the tiniest little change in the ocean that signals a sneaky tsunami might be passing by. And the second they sense something, they send a message flying to the scientists to warn them.
So why is it such a big deal for our ocean detectives to watch for these super waves? Well, it all comes down to one really, really important reason: helping people stay safe.
Okay, get ready for this, because it's an amazing fact. Tsunamis can actually travel across the ocean faster than a jet airplane can fly through the sky. I'm not kidding. They are incredibly fast, which means we need to get warnings as early as we can. See, because they move so fast and get so big, tsunamis can cause really big and sudden changes to towns and cities that are right on the coast. And that's why getting an early warning from the scientists and their buoys is just so important. So let's wrap it all up. Why do scientists study these superwaves? Well, it helps them understand our amazing planet, it teaches them how to give people warnings, and most importantly, it helps keep every single one of us safe. So I'm going to leave you with one last big question to think about. Now that we know how fast tsunamis can travel and that they can happen anywhere, why do you think it is so important for our scientist heroes to have these special buoys watching all over all of the world's oceans? That's a great question to think about.